Who better than me?
Welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore Casual with your boy, Base the Kid. If you could all please like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Share the vid if you like the content. And no further ado, let's get into it. So, quick things. Evander Holyfield taking the place of Oscar De La Hoya on Saturday due to his recent bout with COVID. It's just a big shame. Wish him a speedy recovery. That would have been very interesting. But Evander Holyfield versus Vita Belfort, I see that being pretty easy work for Evander, provided that he still is in good health, and even being 58 years old, if he's still got all the cogs turning relatively well, that definitely should be easy work for him. Even though I'm not going to be watching the Valdez Conceição fight, I will be watching the undercard, and I'm definitely interested in Junto Nakatani against Angel Acosta. Both come with very high knockout rates. Lower weights, they don't really play about, so I'm expecting a lot of action, a lot of intrigue, entertainment, and most of all, violence. We'll be looking forward to that. And lastly, Stephen Fulton, his fight with Brandon Figueroa has been called off for the moment. I think it's being postponed to later on in the year because Brandon Figueroa tested positive for COVID-19. So again, that's sucks for Brandon, and definitely sucks for Stefan as well, because I feel that this was really going to be like a good momentum push for him. So we'll see when that fight happens again, when they actually able to get to run that fight out, and hopefully the Brandon Figueroa doesn't suffer any long COVID issues, or the same as like Rachel Ball's been suffering, the same way that Povetkin looked like he was still getting beat down by COVID in the second Dillian White fight. So we see where we go, but hopefully get that out of the way, and should be a good weekend. Otherwise, a few other fights going on. I know Hergovic is fighting this weekend, Kerwin Naraja as well. So we'll see what happens. Good stuff. Speaking of this weekend, the Haymaker's back. I don't know, is this version 3.0, 3.5, 2000.0613? I don't know at this stage. All I know is David's 40 years old. He's literally being held together by silly string. And for someone who was such an elite athlete, to constantly see his body break down the way it's breaking down, it's hard. It's hard to watch. Being a David Haye fan is almost like being an Arsenal supporter. Like, your life's just bound for misery. And I'm not an Arsenal supporter. No, I like David. I'm a fan of David's entrepreneurial skills, and his showmanship, and his salesmanship, and his gamesmanship. And I was a big fan of him sort of back in the day, before the body started breaking down. But at this point, I'm just interested to know at what round something's gonna snap, crackle, and pop. And if he loses this, the gloves are off. Like, my next video will be a madness. But good luck to David. If he's got anything about him, hopefully he hasn't had to train too hard for this one, to the point pushing his body to unrealistic levels at his advanced stage, in his advanced state. But best of luck. We'll see what we get. Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards has been going mad all over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, interviews, and I am all here for it. He's been taking aim at the entire Reynoso camp. Javier Martinez, Oscar Valdez, Canelo, Andy Ruiz, Ryan Garcia, they've all got some smoke from him, and it's been amazing to watch. the pictures that the new merch that he's got, it's all very very funny, and I am loving it. Then he goes and ruins it by getting injured, so the fight with Jason Mama gets called off. Well, look, I'm hoping that the injury isn't too bad and he gets back out as soon as possible. It would have been great to cap off all of that with a nice little dominant performance against a very dangerous puncher, someone that you definitely can't sit in the pocket and trade with. Um, but I'm sure when Sonny does get back, it shouldn't be too much issues for him in terms of like the movement, the ankle injury. So rest up, champ, and in the meantime, just keep up all the antics, cause yeah, popcorn, drink, I'm on it. So it's that time of the year again. Very special time in the boxing calendar when Anthony Joshua has a fight going ahead, and off the back of that, Tyson Fury comes out of the woodwork to talk his shit. So I'm wondering, is this promotion for the Fury Wilder free fight? Because as of yet, I haven't even seen a poster, an official poster for the fight. I haven't heard of tickets going on sale, and we're less than a month out, or exactly a month away. It's one of the two. That is, it's what is it, 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks, and no promotion whatsoever. Is this a start of the rollout? Talk Anthony Joshua's name so you start getting some promotion now. Be like, oh no, look at me, look at me, look at me and Wilder. Like, we're the most dangerous in the division. We're fighting each other. He's not fighting anyone. He just fights bums. Look at us. Look at us. No, ignore the 65,000 at Tottenham. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Look at us in the half-empty arena in Las Vegas. That's where you need to look. Oh, don't worry about his pay-per-view buys. The problem, he's gonna do 1 million. He's gonna do like 1,000,003. Don't forget that. Look at our 640,000. Look at us not break even because of our high guarantees and no pulling power. That's what you need to look at. Check us out. I mean, is that what it's gonna be? And the thing is, with him, it's always the same material over and over again. It's like he's stuck in a wash cycle. It's literally wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. I'm bored of it at this point. And he was on the overlap with Gary Neville, and I really enjoyed a lot of those interviews, and like, shout out to Gary because he's doing some good work these days. But I haven't watched it. That's an hour of my life I doubt I'm gonna get back. Because let me guess, AJ's a bomb dosser. AJ's useless. He's a stiff robot. I'll knock him out easy. Deontay Wilder, he's done for. He's a dosser. He's a bomb. 7 rounds maximum. If it takes any more than that, I'll quit. I'm the best. I'm the Gypsy King. Yeah. No man bore from his mother's breast. Whatever. Like, all the usual stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of it in there. Probably I saw an excerpt taking shots at Eddie Hearn as well. Okay, cool. But what's the relevance? What are you building up to? I even saw some roadmap, supposedly, that he wants Wilder in October, he wants Dillian White in December, and then I think Anthony Joshua in April and September. Sometimes it's highly entertaining watching a con man at work. You gotta applaud them, like, Sometimes the stuff's very creative, and you're like, I like it. But Fury? Mm-mm. No. All right, so let's check. So let's sort of just deconstruct that whole thing for the moment. When have we ever seen Fury fight two quote unquote world class opponents back to back? Let alone within what 6, 7 weeks of each other. I mean, you still say that Deontay Wilder's the most feared puncher, the most feared guy in the division. So by your own standards, you have to class him as world class, right? I mean, whether I do or not is irrelevant to this conversation. But if you still make these claims, right? Okay, so then he's a world class opponent or he's a credible opponent. So you're going to go from that fight to fighting Dillian White, who is ranked top three, at worst top four across the board in most of the sanctioning bodies, not the sanctioning bodies, most of the transnational ring magazine, etc. So all of those consensus panels have him at least in the top four. So you're gonna fight him 6 weeks after. Really? Oh, you said you want it to be your homecoming fight? What, the same homecoming fight you were supposed to have last year and it didn't materialize? The same homecoming fight that you've been talking about for the last 2 years, even though you're on camera saying that you'll never fight in the UK again. I mean, the footage is out there. Anybody can find it. I'll never fight in the UK again. I fight in Vegas. Vegas is my home now. That's where I'm respected. That's where I'm loved. Remember those words? But no, but you're talking about homecoming. So you're trying to. So basically, what you're trying to do is appease the British contingent to try and buy the supposed pay-per-view that's going to happen on October the 9th. But again, where's the promotion? I saw BT Sport put out something saying that, we are the exclusive rights holder to Fury Wilder 3 in the UK. Okay, cool. But there was still no fight poster, no information. As far as I'm aware, tickets ain't even on sale at the stadium for the stadium yet. A month out? This fight ain't happening. And that whole talk about Joshua 2 times next year, yeah, whatever. Because I saw another excerpt where he said something like, yeah, I mean, look, I'll be willing to drop all the belts, all of my belts to go to fight Joshua. All of your belts? Okay, technically, I guess you have got two. Or you're going to include the lineal in that as well. Yeah, you've got the ring and you've got the WBC. Calm. But you're saying you want to drop those. I mean, you're like, oh, Joshua, he won't drop his. I don't think he's willing to do the same to make this fight. Why would he? Again, conning the public. Anthony Joshua has consistently stated, I want to be undisputed. Him beating Tyson Fury with no belts proves nothing. Because ultimately he can say, well, I beat the man that beat the man, or I beat the supposed best in the division, but there's going to be disputes because there's going to be other people with titles saying, nah, I'm the man, I've got the straps. No, Anthony Joshua wants all of the straps at one time to certify that he is the undisputed man in the division. I bet as soon as he hits undisputed, he might defend the belts once and then retire. Or just get rid of them and say, big money fights only from now on. I don't need the belts anymore. I've done that. I've collected them all. Everyone knows who the number one guy is. Just bring me the big fights. That's probably what he'll do. But he wants all of those belts at one time. And Fury knows this. So for him to sit down and say, oh, well, he ain't going to drop his belts to make this fight, but I would. Yeah, that's because you never defend anything. I mean, it's literally that simple. You've never defended a title in your life. And what makes it worse is if this actual fight with Wilder does happen on October 9th, I've just got a mad feeling that you're going to get beat this time. And I don't, and I shouldn't think that because realistically, you beat this guy twice. But this could just be the time where it unravels. And guess what? If that happens, you've still never defended a belt because you didn't defend anything. It got taken from you. It's just long hearing the same shit over and over and over again with no action. And I can't even really put much of it on Deontay Wilder's name at this point. As mad as he's been acting, he's posting videos in dirty seawater, but at least he's showing that he's taking this serious. Like, you're still at it just chatting the same was you normally chat. I've never had time for you, to be honest, and I still don't now. And even if that fight does happen on October 9th or in the UK 9th of October, I ain't watching it. I might catch highlights the following day, but I'm not watching that fight. I'm not putting money into that fight because that's not the fight I wanted to see. That's not the fight anyone wanted to see. No one cared about the first fight. So, yeah. The only bad thing is, unless I can find a good quality stream to watch the undercard, I might have to go out to somewhere that's maybe showing it so that I can see the undercard, because I actually do think it's got a very good undercard. I want to watch those matches. I want to watch. If I was able to buy the undercard separate from the main event, I would. But as it all comes in one package, I can't put money in their pockets, also knowing that I'm putting money in these men's pockets just to avoid the biggest and the best tests out there. I can't do it. It don't sit right with me. So yeah, you keep doing your same talk, your same press conference jargon, your go on your junket, attach Anthony Joshua's name to every interview you do moving forward to try and gain attention for every little event that you've got going on. Good luck. But I'm officially off the train. Not that I was ever on it, to be fair, but I ain't listening anymore. Whatever it is. Right, I just want to say thank you for everyone who continues to watch the videos. I'm doing this one extremely late at night, a lot later than I was supposed to, so my energy ain't where it needs to be, and I'm definitely not here for the bullshit. Not tonight. I know I tried to keep the content measured and clean and whatnot, but yeah, not tonight. Anyway, if you could please like and subscribe, share with a friend, sort of help me grow the channel, help me just get people interested in the opinions of a nobody, so to speak. Greatly appreciate it. But for now, hardcore casual out.